Hello, my name is Andy Kenyon. I'm a Florida-based artist specializing in surfing art. So I've been painting for the better part of 30 years now. I started out my career as a portrait artist specializing in children's portraits, where I would travel throughout the southeast United States and photograph my clients' children, bring them back to my studio in Jacksonville, Florida, and create their paintings, which were usually in pastel, but sometimes I did work in oils as well. But yeah, I did that for the better part of 30 years, painting portraits of children and pets. Well, I get asked a lot, why did I retire from portraiture? After 30 years, you would think I'd have been on a roll and I would just keep going. But frankly, I had totally burnt out on it. The level that you had to create a likeness of a person just got too much after a while. It took the joy out of painting for me. It just took all the joy out of it. So I decided that I would fall into doing something that I wanted to do and a subject matter that spoke to me, which has always been surfing. And so I decided one day to cruise the internet and find some images on Google, and I found an image of a guy surfing and he's coming off the lip, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna try to do this in oil and do a little 8x8, little painting that size and just see how it comes out. And I was really pleased with how it worked out, and so I posted it to several of my sites, and I've got so much positive feedback that I thought, well, hey, maybe I can turn this passion of surfing that I love so much and bring that into my artwork and through my artwork to the viewer. So I hope that when people see my art and my surfing art, they feel like that they're there, that they know, especially those that know surfing and have surfed, can feel that in my work. At least that's what I hope for. I would describe my painting style as impressionistic realism. I'm not a photorealistic painter. I don't try to make my painting look so much like the photograph that you can't tell the two apart. I respect those artists because it takes a tremendous amount of talent and patience to be able to do that, but it's just not my thing. And so I like to refer to myself as a impressionistic realist. So I do want people to know what they're looking at, but I want it to have a lot of feeling and looseness about the paint quality and the brushwork so that it feels, that there's more feeling in the painting and it's not so tight. As far as the mediums that I like to use go, I prefer oils in my surfing art. That said, I did use pastels, which is a dry medium. It's more like a chalk when I painted portraits of children. So as far as compositions go of my surfing art, I primarily have to use the photo that I'm given to work from. So my client will provide me a photo, and that's generally all I get is one. And I have to work with what I have. But now and again, I'll get a client that'll send me several shots, and that's ideal because what I can do then is I'll use Photoshop as a tool, and I'll take elements from one photo and pop them in, the wave of the other photo and massage them around and get a final composition that I can show the client. And so they can see what I already see in my head. I can create in Photoshop, show that to them, and then they can agree or disagree with what I come up with, but I won't start the actual painting until we agree on what they like. So that's how I've come to my compositions. Well, thanks for having me come by and let you get to know me a little bit better. I hope you'll check out more of my work by going to my website at andrewkenyonstudios.com or to any of my social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on pretty much all that, YouTube channel. And I hope you'll stop in, give me some feedback, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, how I can dial it in a little bit better. But But I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and aloha. I'll see you around the beach.